So what's really happening in the Stouffville real estate market right now? Prices are down double digits from last year, but sales are actually up. So what does this mean if you're thinking of buying or selling in Stouffville? Let's break down the numbers. Welcome back to Behind the Numbers. I'm Steve Ialongo, a real estate broker who's been helping people buy and sell right here in Stouffville and across the GTA for over a decade. Every month we break down the local real estate market so you can understand what's really happening behind the headlines. And before we get started, if you find these updates helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you don't miss another market update. Now let's take a look at what happened in February in the Stouffville real estate market. Looking at all home types combined, the average price in February was $1,156,315. That's down 10.6% compared to January and down 12.3% compared to February of last year. But here's where things get interesting. Even though prices were down, sales actually increased. There were 33 homes sold in February, which is 12 more than the previous month and 7 more than the same time last year. In terms of inventory, there were 175 active listings on the market. That's 6 more than last month, but 13 fewer than last year. So while prices have softened, buyer activity is clearly picking up and inventory hasn't surged dramatically. Now let's break down the property types, starting with the detached homes, which makes up the majority of the Stouffville market. The average price for a detached home in February was $1,304,740. That's down 15.9% from last month and down 13.6% compared to last year. Despite the drop in price, sales jumped significantly. There were 23 detached home sales, which is 10 more than January and 5 more than February of last year. There were 128 detached homes available for sale, which is 6 more than the last month, but 22 fewer than the same time last year. So again, we're seeing increased buyer activity while prices are adjusting. Looking at attached homes, which includes townhouses and semis, the average price came in at $895,000. That's up 2.1% compared to last month, but still down 11.6% compared to last year. There were 8 attached homes sold in February, which is the same as January, but 5 more than the same time last year. Inventory increased compared to last year with 27 active listings. That's 1 fewer than last month, but 10 more than February of last year. And finally, looking at the condo market, the average price was $596,250. That's down 5.37% compared to last month and down 27.5% compared to last year. There were 2 condo sales in February, which is up from 0 sales in January, but down 3 compared to last year. And there were 20 available condos for sale, which is 7 more than last month, but 1 fewer than last year. So what's the big takeaway from the February numbers? Prices across most property types are still down compared to last year, but sales activity is starting to pick up. Inventory has increased slightly month over month, but it's still lower than it was last year, which could put some pressure on prices if buyer demand continues to increase this spring. As we head towards the spring market, it will be interesting to see whether this increase in sales is the beginning of stronger buyer demand or just a short-time bump. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Stouffville and want to understand what these numbers mean for your specific situation, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. And if you enjoyed this update and want to see how the GTA real estate market performed in February, check out my video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Behind the Numbers.